all of you get the same exact instruction. What do you have in common with everybody else? الَّذِي خَلَقَكُم مِّن نَفْسٍ وَاحِدَةٍ. The one who created you out of one single person. I am very different from a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu or an atheist. I'm very different culturally. I'm very different religiously. My outlook is different. But one thing I have in common is he or she is a child of Adam, and so am I. That can't change. Our skin color may be different. Our language accents may be different. The countries of our origin may be different. Our religious outlook may be different. But one thing doesn't change. They are a child of Adam, and so am I. And so when I'm dealing with them, this is an important consideration now. What has Allah done in this phrase? Many things. I just want to highlight a few of them for you. What has Allah done when I deal with another human being? When I deal with a Muslim or a non-Muslim, a friend, a co-worker, anybody, even someone who hates Islam. When you deal with anyone, who are you actually dealing with? You are dealing with someone who belongs to Allah. You're dealing with someone who belongs to Allah. Let me give you a simple example to help you understand what I'm trying to say. When you're outside and you're heading to your car, and you lean against your car, or you tap on your car, or you sit on the back of your car, it's your car. You can do whatever you want. But you're not going to sit on somebody else's car. Because he's going to come and say, excuse me, that's my car. What are you doing? It belongs to me. You have to treat it with a certain care because it doesn't belong to you. When you and I deal with each other, we're not just dealing with a person. We're dealing with someone who belongs to Allah Azza wa Jal. And you have to be careful when you deal with something that belongs to Allah. You have to be cautious. The taqwa of Allah isn't just our relationship with Allah. The taqwa of Allah is also there when we deal with each other. Because we're dealing with something that's the milkiyah of Allah. This one has a Rabb. You can't just talk to them any way you want. Let me give you another example, not just of a car. You deal with your children a certain way. You can talk to them a certain way. If they didn't do their homework, you can get upset with them. If they broke something, you can give them a little scolding. You can feed them what you like. You can take them where you like, but you can't treat somebody else's child the same way. You're in the park, you start yelling at somebody else's kid, there's going to be a problem. Excuse me, that's my child. Who are you? How do you think you can deal with them this way? We understand the idea that when someone is somebody else's responsibility, you have to actually show proper decorum, respect, regard. We forget that when we deal with each other. We think we're dealing with just another person. So we can speak how we want, act how we want, raise our voice however we want, raise our hands in some cases however we want. And we forget that the one in front of us is actually the property of Allah. And Allah Azza wa Jal deals with them. Actually, by the end of this ayah, Allah says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَيْكُمْ رَقِيبًا. We'll get to that at the end. The word raqib is incredible. It's a really beautiful word.